Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Lift the Lid. I really enjoyed making that last video. It was so much fun. And so I thought, hey, let's do another one. So this time we are looking at a song called Letter to a Friend. It's a song I wrote a few years ago now, and this is the original voice note. Super beautiful, goes to this sort of thing. 'Cause I still think of you. So yeah, super intimate, emotional sort of vibe. It's one of my favorite words, vibe. Yeah, this really lovely emotive sort of song. And so the challenge for me was to somehow translate that emotion through into a bigger song. So I took that voice note after some months, threw it into Logic, chopped it up towards the end just to workshop some ideas for another chorus, maybe a B section sort of instrumental sort of thing. And then at the time thought, hey, let's do a little outro-y thing. So that's that. And then after a while, probably some weeks again, and some inspiration, I jump in here, jump on the Giant, lovely piano, and I just played this in live. Yeah, so I played to a click, but not being super strict on timing and tuning and stuff at this stage. Just really trying again capture the emotion. Try and find the notes for the melody just to really carry the emotion that I'm trying to portray, to support the lyrics, and to kind of create this sort of journey through the song that really takes you somewhere. So yeah, that was that. So then that sat in my computer for some months before I came back. Finally had a lot of energy, and yeah, I was just determined to turn this into something. And so I would have most likely started with something really simple. Man, this is just a stock light, stock Logic Steinway Grand Piano 2. And this time I'm focusing more on timing and trying to get the parts right and get the notes right, and working on dynamics and all that sort of thing. And then also at this stage started to experiment with different tones. And layers, and again just really going after emotion, color, trying to go after this sort of up close, emotional kind of piano thing. So after a while, ended up committing to this Sky Felt, which is just so beautiful. That's literally just the Sky Felt. I think it's from Piano Book, with some reverb on it, and letting that do its thing. And then the Labs soft piano, so good. Layer those up. Absolutely lovely. So yeah, committed to those, bounced them to audio. And then, what's this? Yeah, would have done a vocal. At home rounded in reverb. Jeez. So yeah, at this point, again, not thinking too heavily about tuning and all that sort of jazz. I'm literally just going after the emotion and trying to create a broad picture of this song to build on. So yeah. And then eventually, so I've got piano and vocal and working to that. And then this song kind of builds towards the tail end of it. So I wanted some vibe. So I thought, hey, let's go for an old school sort of drum machine thing. Add a tambourine. I think I played this one with a drumstick hitting the tambourine, just for a bit more of the initial attack. Changed the tone of it, the timbre. A little bit of shaker for some texture. And some bass guitar. And now at this point it's really starting to feel like something, you know? And I feel like it's still carrying that sort of emotion. The timing's super loose, but again, I'm really just looking to tap into the emotion of the song. I'm really not looking to be super strict on timing in this one. Added this in, whatever this is. Crazy. I mean, okay, righto. Thought that was good on the day. Then some French horns, was using the Spitfire, but this is not working on my computer currently. But anyway, going after that sort of brass bandy, mellow, round sort of stuff. So I just had some French horns playing some chords through there. And then I thought, okay, well, what's his emotion more than strings? Not much. So, again, I can't play you this, unfortunately, because I didn't commit to it. Let that be your lesson. But I had a cello thing going and would have just played a rough line in. And then, to be honest, at this stage, it probably sat in my computer again for a couple of months. And then, eventually, what I did was jumped into MuseScore, and I actually scored out a little arrangement. So there you go, a little cello part just coming in that end of the verse there. Just add something new, and then the strings come in 4 parts from that chorus. And then, yeah, through the instrumental and off to the end. So yeah, when I'm in MuseScore and I'm literally just writing this from, I know we're in the key of G, and so I'm just thinking about the chords that the piano's playing, and I'm just writing this with a MuseScore. I'm not listening to the demo or anything as I go. I'm just writing this, and then I'm actually not super amazing at this. There's some people who are just like phenomenal at scoring. For me, I actually have to really think about this. This is something that I got better at when I went to university and studied music. And it's something I became to appreciate. Yeah, but again, there's no like articulations on here or anything. It's just the notes to export each individual instrument into Logic. But yeah, for me, in my process, I find this really helpful. Sometimes I think when you're writing strings within Logic, sometimes you can get too caught up on how it sounds, or you don't really step away and think about how each part can actually individually move. For me, I speak for myself, I get caught in the trap of just playing chords and not realizing that strings are lovely when you use neighbor notes and passing notes and all these things. And so, yeah, I find it a really helpful process to jump into MuseScore, Sibelius, if that's what you have, and score something out and just really put some time and energy into making sure everything's working together. So for this song, that's what worked well for me here. yeah, thinking back to university and not doubling the third, not using parallel fifths, and all those little rules that aren't really rules but kind of are rules that they teach you at university, and composition and things like this. So anyway, all that to say, this is what it came out as. Just using BBC strings and committing, and then we chuck that all together. So at this point, it feels like we're really getting somewhere, you know. It still feels quite small in one sense, but also feels like it's opening up at the same time and really carrying some emotion. So yeah, you kind of go from this thing to just lush green fields of melody and harmony, and yeah, so that's where I got to on this demo, and maybe in another episode I'll show you where I went to from there. But anyway, thanks for watching. Yeah, see you on the next one. Ciao.